Hello everyone and welcome to the WB Mason Coaches Report with Hofstra baseball coach John Russo. I'm Len Scaros, joined today by Hofstra baseball coach John Russo. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you for having me.
Coach, let's get right to it. Headed down to the CA Championship this week, leaving tomorrow morning bright and early. The number 2 seed. Can you just tell us your thoughts on your thoughts on the tournament coming up?
We're really excited. I mean, the goal at the beginning of the year was obviously just to make the tournament, and now that we've made the 2 seed, I think we've put ourselves in an excellent chance to have good success down in the tournament. Having a first round bye, I think, is as good a move as we can have, and then we only need 3 wins in a row to have a chance to make a regional, which is beyond all of our wildest dreams and at the beginning of the season, but it's not beyond our dreams now. And we're really playing well, and I like our chances in this series. And a lot of good teams made the tournament, but we're just going to try to take them one at a time and do our best.
Okay, let's go back to how you got the 2 seed. Doubleheader on Friday against William & Mary. Magic number was 1 in a game that pretty much summed up the entire season. A lot of back and forth, gritty play by Hofstra. Came back 4 times in the game. TJ Thomas was pretty much the catalyst in all 3 of the last 3 comebacks. He tied the score in the 8th, tied the score in the 9th to send the game to extra innings, and then he delivered the game-winning sacrifice fly in a 10-9 win. What were your thoughts on that game and that clinched the 2 seed?
A lot of people were saying, oh, we want to win and we don't want to back our way into it, and I had different feelings on that. I just wanted the 2nd seed. Whether we won or lost or how we got it, I would take it. But it was nice to get the win on Friday, to do it and to clinch it ourselves. I know the guys were really proud of that, and I was really excited for TJ Thomas to be able to do that on senior weekend. And more importantly, he was such a big part of our club for about 3/4 of the season, and he just struggled. It was a bad time for him to go cold a little bit, and we were able to work through it. Taylor Stewart picked up the slack in that time, but I wanted to give TJ a chance this past weekend to get a spot back in for the tourney, because he's such a good kid, but such a good leader, such a tough component, that for him to hit down in the 8-hole is a great strength for us in our lineup, and him to be able to do as much damage as he can with 1 swing of the bat. And he had the 4 RBIs, I think it was, on Friday, and 3 different at-bats after having 2 strikeouts and a nothing at-bat in his previous 3. That shows you how strong and how mature and how much of a grown-up kid he is, and that's what you expect from a senior. And real proud, real happy for him, and real happy for the guys to be able to clinch on Friday. It was just like a big weight off our shoulders to clinch that 2 seed.
Right. Game 2 of the doubleheader, you ran into probably a combination of clinching, euphoria versus an outstanding pitcher in Matt Davenport for William & Mary. Held you guys pretty much in check the whole game. So turn the page to Saturday, come out, season finale, or regular season finale, I should say. Home finale, senior day, another big comeback win. 6 runs in the 7th inning, capped off by a Kenny Jackson grand slam. What did it mean to close the season on a high note like that?
I think it's good in a bunch of ways. We finished 10-0 in Game 3 of the series, which was something we took a lot of pride in, and I think that was our 15th come-from-behind win out of 33 of our wins, so to come back. And so we stayed to what it is, and after winning that last game, that's your last. That's how you feel for these next few days. So Sunday feels great, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday feel good because you're coming off a victory. And I thought it was nice to finish with 20 wins in conference. I think that's an unbelievable mark, 20 and 10. And Coach Calaswano was really upset about losing Game 2 on Friday, because he's kept arguing that 19 losses sounds so much better than 20 losses. So I guess we were just playing for a bunch of different stuff. But at the end of the day, we played really well this season so far, and done a lot of great things. But now it's a new season with this tournament, and a new chance to do new things.
Okay, as you said, the 2nd seed, you have a bye. Tournament does start on Wednesday. Hofstra will play on Thursday at 3:30 against the winner of Delaware and Towson, 2 teams that Hofstra had success against this season, sweeping Delaware in Newark, Delaware, and then taking 2 out of 3 from Towson on the road as well. What are your thoughts on the matchup in the first round, in the second round, I should say?
Both of those were big weekends for us. Delaware at the time, we were tied for third place at the time when we played them, and they're a young club. And I know we handled them decently in the first game, but the second game was a tough game, a 4-1, pitcher's duel that ended with the bases loaded for Delaware. We got a ground ball, and then, they had an early lead on us that we were able to come back and win the game with throwing out a guy at the plate. And, so that game could have easily been a loss. And, Delaware is a really tough club, and they got two good pitchers, so they'll have somebody to throw in that second game. And, the Towson matchup, on it, we felt like we were a good matchup for them, but that weekend was such a grind. And we're not exactly sure, why it affected us so much, but Towson was a really good opponent for us. So whoever we face in that first round is going to be a tough matchup. I like that we'll have a chance to see them play the day before. There'll be a pitcher down and maybe a couple if it's a close game, and we'll know going in who we have. And so I think having the bye was a big help, and it should give us maybe a little bit of advantage in that first game.
And how are you setting up your rotation with the a little short, bit of a short week from the normal schedule?
We're going to go Tiedemann for the first game for sure, and then everybody's available after that. And the next day we'll pick whoever we think is the best matchup. I don't think at this point, where if we could win 3 in a row to wake a regional, or it could be a loss and play that night, it does us any well to hold back somebody. I think we're just going to take it game to game and time to time. And Teeds isn't coming off the best performance this weekend with 2 innings or an inning and a third, I guess it was, on Friday. But a little bit of that was the relaxation and jubilation of winning game 1. It took a lot out of all of us, and so I have to hope he rebounds well for that and can lock down the first one. And then our pitching will just be from what the matchup is and what we think we can best do with each team.
All right, and this is Hofstra's only their second appearance in the CA Championship, the first time in 7 years. So a little bit of newness for everyone involved.
Definitely.
So congratulations on the 2 seed, and good luck this week at the CA Championship.
I appreciate it. Thanks for all the support.
Thank you for watching the WB Mason Coaches Report with John Russo.